Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we just wanted to take a few minutes and talk about goat food. We never really got this explained to us, like what to feed a goat, different kinds of straw, and like extra stuff you can give them too. So we'll go through the different types of food that you can give them and why you'd want to give them the different types. Hello everybody. All right, so first things first, goats are ruminants. I can't really say the word properly, so I'm sorry. But that basically means they're vegetarians, that they like to eat grass. So ideally, their diet would be eating grass and plants and stuff around your property, like a natural diet. That is ideal and that's best, so they can get some variety in their diet. So outside of that, what people mostly give them is versions of straw or versions of hay, like as a general category. There's lots of different kinds, and I'll list them on here, but mainly it runs down to alfalfa and Bermuda. And really you want to stick with what they've been given their whole lives. So look at what they've been given when they were born and what they were given as kids, and then continue to feed that. So in that case, we actually give them a mix of alfalfa and Bermuda. So to feed them, we have our hay bales all the way over there. It's in a covered area. We have a bunch of bales of alfalfa and Bermuda, like I mentioned. And then we bring them over here into this metal bucket. It looks like we're out of alfalfa in here. The good thing about alfalfa is that it comes apart in sheets, and you can kind of call them flakes of alfalfa, and then you can just basically easily set them in that holder. And that's the feeder we use. By the way, link is in the description if you need something like that. It's been a great feeder for us. So like we do, we'll just take a bunch of this in the mornings or in the evenings and fill up the feeder with a mix of the alfalfa flake as well as the Bermuda. They, for some reason, just absolutely love the alfalfa, but we'll eat the Bermuda if it's there. So some different varieties of foods that you can... So some different varieties of straw that you can give them. And that's going to be, I believe it's Timothy's and Orchard blends. Just different types of grass you can give. Like I mentioned, Bermuda, if you guys have had grass or have been in the Southwest where Bermuda grass grows, it's the exact same stuff. Whoa! Merriweather. Holy cow. So yeah, it's just the kind of grass you can give them, and they're all really good in vitamins and minerals, and that's what's super important. The reason why you mix them more often than not is because it gives a variety for them, and that's just super important to have a variety of food for them, otherwise they'll start eating other random stuff. So outside of giving them plain alfalfa or Bermuda grass from a bale, you can give them pellets. And the good thing about pellets is that you can get them in mixes. And that's typically what you can find, especially here in California. We have a mix of alfalfa and Bermuda, and it's pelletized. What that means is it's just ground up pieces of grass into little like pellets. They look like wood pellets, like for a pellet burning stove. But you can give them that and they can eat that just fine. Usually you would do that if that's what they've eaten all their lives, or if you need to store it for a while. That kind of food stores very well, and you can keep it in bags and transport it really easily, whereas bales of alfalfa and Bermuda, well, they can just get messy when you're transporting them. So let's talk about other things that you can give your goats. You can give your goats quite a bit of stuff. They'll eat almost anything. If you know about goats, they will eat almost anything. Ow! One just bit me. Merriweather. I guess she's hungry. She knows what I'm about to give her. You can give them almost anything, but there's a list of things that you should not give them. Certain types of weeds and foods, and I'll put those links in the description below. But one thing that they do love, and we give them to this as a treat, as well as we'd give it to Aurora when we're milking her in her milking stand. And that is goat grains. This stuff is awesome. So it's like a mix of different types of grains and pelletized stuff. Looks like oats and barley, and it's also got some molasses in there, which is really good for them to eat. They love it. Not in large quantities, but they do like it a lot. So as you can tell, they're going crazy for it. It's like crack. So I'll go put this in their little feeder over here. Cool. They love this stuff. So let's talk about other stuff you should not give them, especially if you have chickens, which most people with goats have chickens. Definitely do not give them chicken feed. That can be dangerous to them and cause bloat. So very important, do not give them chicken feed or allow them to get to it. As a side note here, just a little adjunct that we do give their goats just to make sure they're healthy. course, we're empty, so we're gonna have to refill it. We have this little kind of a bucket attachment we've attached to the chain link here. It's also in the description because we had a hard time finding it, so if you guys need one, check that out. But we put 2 things in here that they can free range, and that is basically goat minerals as well as baking soda. Both of them are super important for their health. The mineral provides extra minerals that they may need, and then the baking soda is something that they can free range on if they need it, and it will help with bloat. So bloat is when their stomachs expand, especially from eating things like chicken feed, and it can be deadly to them. So it's important to have baking soda. There's different schools of thought. Some people say don't give it free range, they'll eat it too much. And others say give them free range. So just make sure to look it up and figure out what's best for you guys. So with that being said, hopefully that was just a little bit helpful. For the most part, you're gonna do alfalfa and Bermuda as a mix, as in terms of straw or grass. Pellets if you can or need to for whatever reason, or if that's the only thing that's available. And then maybe some goat grains for a treat sometimes, or especially if they're milking. And then also make sure to have that goat mineral and baking soda free range, or give it to them as needed. Those are the big things for feed, so I hope that helps out. If you need any of those things, check out the description for links. Otherwise, let us know if you have any questions, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye, guys.